Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Notre Dame's offense is on the field for the first time today. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a player... your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. They decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Peppers. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Razorbacks offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Fires to the wide out. Complete to the left. He will step. Not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just
hit the afterburners, kid. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Steps away to find some room. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Right back to the well. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down and run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Peppers. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
Hey, that's a live ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. just needs a crack to get a return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here come the Irish back on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make them.
He's loose at the 20. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. First down to start the drive after the break. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Okay, ready.
After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They feed him again. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you know, if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're trying to get to it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Give to the single back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been fit.
And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Irish. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Little touch pass to the receiver. Across the 45. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Notre Dame right back to the line. He's back to throw on second down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front, guys pushing the pile, NFL talent on this offensive line, just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
Give to the running back. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Skips away from pressure. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. It's complete on the right side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great third.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Here's the return. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here come the Irish back on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got a
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. He's no stranger to the end zone, his 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He wants to pass it on second down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Fast motion from the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. Pulls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field? On display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
It's complete to the left, and they pick up just a few on that completion. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
He's got his man. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their... And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side, and they're able to get him on the ground. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Unleashes it on the run. Makes a connection. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal for this offense.
Get set, get set.
Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the route is on. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kennesaw State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try the run. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
55 weak.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the catch down the right side. He's off to the races. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. And now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. He's looking deep. And that pass is caught at the 25. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the pummeling has started.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Working the middle, it's complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here come the Irish back on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got the quick pass. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season. Touchdown, Irish! And the been extended.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great fact. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He'll get rid of it. Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got his man down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The field goal is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Quarterback will audible. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking for a huge play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Going up top on first down. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. He was oh so close to wrapping up this third quarter with a score. What a play to finish off the period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Ready.
Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tulsa overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Golden Hurricane tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. The quick out. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.
29 Philly.
From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's right on target. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Line gets set, 1st down.
Cobra.
He's looking to throw it. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. But that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it'll take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here.
Touchdown, Irish! And the route is on. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And they did tack on the extra point. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving.
Got it.
Offense set on first down.
Cricket.
He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. On first down from the 13-yard line. He wants to throw. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the pummeling has started. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Let's go.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds a man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers in between.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out fast. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the ground, it's Woodside. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And the field goal unit is on the field. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish back on offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Irish! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Pound 55 weak.
The aerial assault continues. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
And go.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It is perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to get it through the air. Going up top. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. Beep, beep, beep. You know what that is? That's the garbage truck unloading the garbage time points right now.
And those garbage time points do count, though. And you're still playing the game, keep fighting, but it is that time when it's over, and nobody's really paying attention. Nobody's listening to me, or you, Reese, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Zings it complete to the right. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. He's going to pass on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Woodside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. He got it. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Peppers. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to let it go. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence.